Hi, everyone.
Hello, Mike.
Saseni.
What?
Hi, Nicholas, over to you. Ufungue mkutano.
Okay, good morning.
Good
Take
morning.
this opportunity. I take this opportunity to welcome you to this meeting. Feel welcomed as we do a small webinar training about faith for GA. Here at Arch and on call is Mike Murithi. You will be our facilitator for the next 30 minutes. Mike, on board we have a number and a list of peer educators who are on board to hear for the training. So I welcome you all. Feel free to ask anything, feel free to learn. Yes, thank you. Mike, back to you, Mike.
Okay, thanks, Nicholas. How many are we? How many peer educators have attended the webinar?
We have around 23 peer educators and around 3 mobilizers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, this is not a long training or a long sensitization, and we'll be talking about some issues that affect us as the LGBTQ community. But now we'll be using the manual that was developed by the National Gay and Lesbians Human Rights Commission some time back, I think 5 years ago. But it's a standard sensitization manual for the SOGIE. And for those that have never heard of SOGIE, today is the time that we'll hear about SOGIE and what it means and what it takes to be a member of the LGBTQ community. So my name is Mike Murithi, and I'm in Mombasa at the moment. I couldn't attend physically. So I'm the technical lead for the BICO Resource Center. That is the organization that is in collaboration with K2 Innovators to develop such sensitizations or to conduct such sensitization for the peer educators and the young MSMs in Kitui County. So basically, the agenda for today, I think the first thing we were to do was the introduction. I think I will know the names later because we have started late. So I will delve into the subtopics that we'll be touching on today. So for the next, I think 25 minutes or 30 minutes, nipeni your attention. I'll be mixing both Swahili and English to conduct the sensitization. So today we'll be looking at, so by show of voice, mnanisikia?
Wanakusikia, Mike.
Aya, sawa. So today the first topic will be SOGIESC. We'll want to understand what SOGIE is, and that is SOGIESC. Then the second topic will be dissecting the LGBTIQ components. And the third topic will be getting to understand what the phobias are, or the different types of phobias that we face as the members of the LGBTQ community. Then the fourth topic will be the type of attractions, because most people think that being gay is all about, sexual attraction. But today we'll understand the various type of attractions so that we get to understand more and we get to, to be those well-rounded and well-informed members of the community, of the LGBTQ community. Just a minute. So I want to understand what SOGIE is, and this is an acronym actually. I think you have heard about it here and there, or you have seen it in writings or in IEC materials in our offices. And S is usually stands for the sexual orientation. That is the first SO, sexual orientation. The second one is GI, that is gender identity, and then gender expression, and then the last one, which is SC, stands for sex characteristics. So we'll be understanding what the four sections, that is the sexual orientation and identities and characteristics, mean, and how we get to understand other people. If someone tells you I'm trans, if someone tells you I'm gay or I'm a lesbian, do you try to force them to be something that they are not? So we'll be delving deep. We'll be doing a deep dive on the four elements of the SOGIE in our next topics. So this is an illustration of what sexual orientation looks like. Please confirm that you can see my screen. Nicholas.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so sexual orientation is about who you are attracted to, and usually have three dimensions. And the first dimension which you have heard about is the heterosexual. Na heterosexual ni ile watu wanaitanga straight. Then kuna the second dimension or the middle dimension, which is the bisexual. And then the third dimension is the homosexual. So when it comes to heterosexual or straight, they are attracted, or they identify, or their sexual orientation is they're attracted to women. If I'm a man, I'm attracted to a woman. If I'm a woman, I'm attracted to a man. But now when it comes to the bisexual, it's in the middle. So it's like I'm attracted by both genders. Then when it comes to homosexual, I'm only attracted to the gender that, to my own gender. If I'm a man, I'm attracted to another man. Or if I'm a woman, the same case. So I hope you guys are taking notes, but I know isn't a bit here, so we are just reminding ourselves. The second dimension was the gender identity, the second dimension of the SOGIE. And hii ni ile wewe mwenyewe unafikiriaje about your sexual or your gender identity, who you think you are. And it also have three dimensions, which is a woman. You may think you're a woman, and doesn't that doesn't care about what is between your legs. You might be, you might have a dick, but you identify as a woman, or you might have a pussy and you identify as a man. So the second one will be the gender queer, where you don't identify as a woman or a man. You're just there. You're just in the middle. Na pia hii usiangalia whatever is in your boxers, right? Then some people will identify as a man. Unaweza pata I'm a woman, but I want to be, or I identify, or I think myself as a man. Or if I'm a man, I think myself as a woman. So the third dimension was that the gender expression, and this is how I express myself, how I demonstrate who I am. So I may be a man, but I'm behaving in a womanish manner. So people will tell me that I'm feminine, and I may be a woman, but I'm behaving in a mannish. Niko na wanaume wengi, but I'm a woman, so I'm masculine. And then I might be a woman or a man, but I'm just there in the middle. Sometimes I'm behaving feminine, but nikiwa mbele ya watu, I'm masculine. Or maybe kwa kitanda, niko na tabia za kike, but out there, ama kwa kanisa, niko na tabia za kiume, yet I'm a man. So that is what will let people know that I'm androgynous. So when it comes to sexual characteristics, this is something now that is inside your pants, that is your boxers. You'll agree with me kwa wenye walifanya biology in high school. When someone is a female, this is someone that has a vagina and the female reproductive organs. But if someone is a male, this is someone that has the balls and the male reproductive organs, akona beards, manini, and all that. But now there's these people when you wamezaliwa with both sexual organs. For instance, you have seen people that have breasts, but at the same time they have balls and a penis. So those are what we call intersex. And the three dimensions, that is the female, intersex, and male, luckily, wanakuanga recognized by our government. If you can remember the last census that we had, there was a section that was asking, are you an intersex? Or are you a female or a male? So you have to choose which among the three. So before I continue, I would want to bring something that is not in this presentation to your attention. Kuna watu, when it comes to maybe sexual orientation, ile yenye tulisema who you are attracted to, kuna watu utasikia maybe kwa conferences wanajiita CIS, ama CIS male, ama CIS man, ama CIS woman, ama CIS female. Hawa ni wale wenye wanakubali zile organs zenye walizaliwa nayo ama ile gender yenye waliasainiwa at birth. For instance, maybe nilizaliwa nikaitwa kijana. Kwa mikutano nikienda kuintroduce myself, naweza sema I'm a CIS male. That means I agree with the sex that I was born with. And then in the same meeting that we attend as a key population or the members of the LGBTQ, utapata kuna mtu anasema yeye ni trans. But unaona huyu msee ako na ndevu but anasema I'm a trans woman or I'm a trans man. A trans woman ni yule mwanaume mwenye is transitioning to become a woman. But when it comes to a trans man, it's that woman that is a transitioning. Hiyo sexuality yake anataka, hiyo gender identity yake anataka kukaa kama mwanaume. So, and then something else to add, when it comes to gender identities, kuna watu watasema I'm not a man and I'm not a woman. This is just a reminder. I want this to stick. Juu kuna utaenda kwa mikutano and then upate unakosana na watu, umeita mtu we jamaa ama we buda, ama kuna watu wana identify as queer. Nao ni wenye utasikia wakisema they, mimi najiintroduce kama they ama them. Like I'm just in the middle. I'm not a he or a him. There was a meeting I attended some time back and karibu tukosane na someone juu nilimwita bro, nilimwita bro. But now he or she hakuwa na identify as a man. Na utapata hawa watu wanapata hasira sana anyway, because they get misunderstood most of the time. Then kuna hii kitu tulisema inaitwa androgynous. I'm giving you a touch of reality. We will also attend maybe convenings somewhere. Then usikie mtu akikwambia, hata si convenings, hata kwa soko, unasikia maybe hii kiatu ni unisex. Like it can be worn by both the females and the males. So unapata hii mostly inaattachiwa na ile nini tumeita kwa sexual expression androgynous. Hayopo watu wajalala guys.
They are attending our Jalala.
Are they taking notes?
Yes, they are.
Aya, sawa sawa. So now that was a recap. We can now move on to the next slide, which will be talking about sexuality, or rather gender, sex, and sexuality, as you can see on your screen. So when it comes to sex, hii ni ile the physical or the biological characteristics. Hii ni ile uko na makende, huyu mwingine ako na kinembe, ako na roskoko. So hiyo inaeleza you're either a male or a female. Na kama you're in the middle, tunaweza sema you're an intersex. But now when it comes to gender, gender is more of the intangible things. Juu tumesema gender is so diverse. Na hizi ni zile social roles zenye zimekuwa assigned by the society. Utapata kuna zile kazi zenye mwanaume anafaa afanye. Ufai sijui ati kuosha, vyombo, ati juu kuna sister mkubwa anafaa aoshe. Kuna wengine ati ufai kukatia ng'ombe majani, you are a male, you are female. Kuna mwingine ufai kufua nguo, ufai kufulia bibi yako nguo. So hizo ni things that zina rotate around gender because they are assigned by the society. Or kuna vile mwanaume anaexpectiwa aongee, like unafaa kuwa na base, ufai kuwa unarusharusha mikono, or how you dress. Unapata mtu anavaa ile skirt, banao ni mwanaume. Au unapata anavaa dress ama anapaka lipstick ama vitu kama hizo zote zimeasainiwa by the society that mwanaume afai ama mwanamke afai kufanya kitu yenye mwanaume anafaa afanye. Then there is this broader thing that usually call sexuality. Sexuality sasa ni imeshikilia kina gender, imeshikilia sex. And if you can remember some time back, there was a discussion to introduce sexuality education, ama sexual education for our curriculum, our school curriculums. But hiyo kitu ikakataliwa kabisa because the parents thought that when you talk about sexuality, ama when you teach our children about sexuality, utawafunua, akili sana. They will also understand mambo ya makuchu. They will start knowing about and trying actually, ama experiment about, kukua kuchu. But now the parents wakakata. So sexuality is at the whole spectrum, and it's usually affected by the social, the cultural, the political, the legal, the spiritual factors. Unapata kwa Bible maybe imesema stick to the male and the female, or maybe sometimes maybe kwa Quran wanasemanga the intersex ama wenye wanaitangwa hunda. But now unapata mtu ikikuja kwa sexuality, kanisa yake ama beliefs ama dini yake haimuallow, okay, iko in conflict with his gender or his identity. Unapata I want to be a trans woman, but kanisa yangu haikubali mambo kama hiyo. So unapata hiyo yote ina fall under sexuality. So sexuality is a central aspect of being human, and throughout life, and encompasses sex, gender identities, and roles. And all that, including zile mapon zenye wanga tuna watch, they are part of sexuality. So something else to add, we were to look on the LGBTIQ. I'm sure kila mtu hapa anajua what LGBTIQ means and what it stands for. That is the lesbians, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, and queer. That is what we have been talking about since the start of this sensitization. And if I can if I can do a small recap, kuna hao watu wenye kwa Grindr unaonanga wameandika pansexual. I'm pansexual. Can someone maybe explain to me what a pansexual is? Deno, uko hapo? Deno,
Ako hapa.
pansexual ni nani? Ama nani anajua pansexual? Kuna mtu? So
Sexually
pansexual,
romantic
yeah,
to
I can hear you.
people regardless of their sex or gender.
Sorry?
Unakuwa attracted to people regardless of their sex or gender.
Yeah, true. So you're attracted to any, as in your gender fluid when it comes to attraction. Like, mimi ni mwanaume but naweza penda mwanamke, naweza penda transgender, naweza penda CIS woman, naweza penda intersex. So that's what it means to be a pansexual. Like sina borders. And then kuna watu wanaitanga asexual. Watu walifanya biology, I think muliona zile maflowers zilikuwa zinaitwa asexual. Like watu wanajiita asexual sana sana kwa Grindr ni wale watu wenye wanasemanga ai, mi nataka tu kufanya uh, romance peke yake. Like hataki is not sexual at all. Hataki ku engage in sexual experiences or the sexual heart. Then kuna watu wenye hujiita the gender queer. And then this is where now I come to the real life application of the gender queer. Unapata kuna watu kwa mikutano wanajiintroduce as non-binary. Like when it comes to non-binary, ama gender non-conforming people, unapata hawako anywhere, as in wako in between, somewhere inside. Like they don't recognize the male or the female identities. So unapata mtu anajiita non-binary or G and C, gender non-conforming. Non-conforming inamaanisha sifuatilii all the sexuality me guide. I'm just a living soul. I'm just a free, a free bird. Then kuna watu tena utaona mostly kwa their signatures za email ama when it comes to applications za conferences wanasema ama she, her, him. She, her, him or him, his. Hawa ni wenye wanakuanga binary. When I talk about binary, ni wenye wako, it's an opposite of the gender queer. Like, wao wana recognize the male and the female. So if I'm a male, I'll identify, or my pronoun, itakuwa he, him. But if I'm a female, my pronoun itakuwa she, her. But now, if I'm a gender queer, my pronoun itakuwa they, them. Like I'm just there. So the topic that we were to look at was the phobias. I think mmesikia homophobia, maybe online ama anywhere. Na hizi, when we talk about phobia, it usually emanates from the society. Like the society haitaki homosexual. So unapata hiyo phobia ama hiyo chuki ndio tunaita homophobia. Ama unapata society haitaki bisexuals. So it's a biphobia. Kama haitaki transgenders, hiyo tunaita transphobia. And kama haitaki wanaitwaje CIS CIS men, sijawahi sikia watu wengine wanachukia ma straight, ama kuna mtu ashaisikia straight wanachukiwa. Maybe hiyo emanate from us the LGBTQ community, tunachukia straight, but it happens, but I haven't heard of it. So I think that's all about phobias, and we'll also look at the last thing that we were to look at in our 30 minutes in our short sensitization was types of attractions. When it comes to attraction, it's very broad, but I'll try to be brief. Attraction ni kama sexual attraction inaweza kuwa, physical attraction and all that. Attraction ni ile uko attracted to something. But in this case, you're a person attracted to another person. Kuna I think six types of attractions. Mmesikia platonic. Platonic, watu wenye kwa platonic relationships. Hawa ni wenye wadinyanangi. As in you're just there. Mnapenda tu kukado, kushikana, but you don't go all the way. Then kuna watu unasikia wako kwa romantic relationships. They're attracted to each other romantically. So they can engage in sexual acts ama wasi engage. Then kuna sexual attraction. Hawa ni wenye they are just attracted to each other sexually. Unaweza hata enda unamrimu, unanyonya, unamfuck, as in it's sexual attraction. Then now kuna ingine inaitangwa aesthetic. Aesthetic ni ile, mimi niko attracted to Nicholas, but it's a crush. Like, I think Nicholas is cute, or I think Deno is cute, or I think Evo is cute. That is a crush. And when it comes to attractions, kwa sojie, tunaitanga aesthetic relationship. Na sometimes inakuanga one-sided. Then there is the emotional attraction. That is what utapata kuna watu tunaita demisexuals. Demisexuals ni wale watu wako na an emotional bond. Then the last one is sapiosexual. Now ni wenye wako attracted to someone because wanafikiria huyo mtu ni mjanja sana, ama ni mtu wako knowledge kubwa, ama ni mtu mwerevu, kama hizo. So you're attracted to someone's intelligence. I think that's all. We are running out of time. Thank you for listening, and I hope you are taking notes. Over to you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Mike. Maybe a cloud student who has questions you can ask him. Does anyone have a question?
Any questions?
Nani hajaelewa? Ndio tutauliza. So Mike, having no any other questions, thanks so much for the time. Thanks so much for the information. We feel so much happy for creating your time to be part and parcel of this sensitization. So on behalf of the team, we appreciate for that. You have a nice day. Thank you.
Okay, thanks Nicholas, and I hope kutakuwa na mkutano ingine. Hizi sensitization
after this we shall be having a training for the peers. Hii ni ya peer educators. Tutafanya ya peer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aya, sawa basi. Thanks for coming, guys.
Bye.